Welcome to our explainer. Today, we are diving deep, and I mean deep, into the e-estate agent contract. If you're even thinking about joining a tokenized real estate platform like this one, you absolutely need to know what you're signing. So let's pull it apart and see what's really inside.
So you're looking at the world of tokenized real estate, right? It's new, it's exciting, and it feels like a huge opportunity. Maybe you've got your eye on becoming an e-estate agent. But hold on. Before you jump in, that contract, it's everything. We're going to walk through the most important parts so you know exactly what you're agreeing to.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the opportunity itself and, well, the price of admission. Right off the bat, you need to know this is a legally binding contract. And notice that word indefinite? That means there's no set end date. It just keeps going. You, the agent, are making an agreement with a company called e-estate Group, Inc., which, and this is an important little detail, the contract specifies is registered in Panama. And here is the very first, and maybe most important condition. Your contract, your ability to work as an agent, is only active if you have a paid subscription. If you stop paying for your monthly or annual package, your contract gets suspended. It's really that simple. No pay, no play. All right, now for the part everyone's really here for, the money. How do you get paid? The contract lays out two very different ways you can earn. Your earnings are split into these two buckets. On one hand, you've got deal commission. That's pretty straightforward. It's from the sale of the real estate tokens. But then you have profit commission, which is way broader. This isn't just about the first sale. It's a cut of all the income your clients generate on the platform, ongoing. So let's break down that first one, deal commission. You earn this when clients anywhere in your network buy tokenized real estate. The payout is immediate and it's structured across 8 levels. That's pretty deep. It means you're not just earning from the people you sign up direct. And here's what that 8-level structure actually looks like. You get a really solid 6% from your direct level 1 clients. But look at how it keeps going. You're still earning 2% on sales from people 5 levels away from you and 1% all the way down at level 8. The whole thing is clearly designed to reward you for building a big, deep network. Okay, now for that second income stream, profit commission. This one's different. Remember, it's not tied to a specific sale. It's based on all the income your clients generate. This one, though, is paid out across 5 levels, not 8 like the deal commission. And for this profit commission, you're earning 5% from your direct client's income. As you can see, the structure is a bit shallower here, paying out over 5 levels instead of 8. The rates drop down to 2% and then 1% as you get further down into your network. But wait, there's more. Beyond those 2 commission streams, there's another way to earn: bonuses. These are all about performance and hitting specific sales targets. Think of the bonus system like a 10-level ladder you have to climb. It all starts with a pretty achievable first step: hit a $500 turnover. From there, you just keep climbing the rungs, 3,000, 10,000, and on and on. It's a very clear path forward. And the rewards get pretty crazy as you climb this ladder. Level 1 gets you 100 e-tokens, which is the platform's own internal currency. But just look at the top. If you hit $1 million in turnover at level 10, you get 10,000 e-tokens plus a $10,000 cash bonus. Oh, and get this, the contract says once you finish level 10, the whole thing resets and you can start climbing it all over again. Okay, so hitting those turnover targets is obviously a huge deal for unlocking bonuses. But this is where things get a bit tricky. The way the platform calculates your turnover is not what you might think, and you really, really need to understand this part. I mean, it seems obvious, doesn't it? If someone in your network buys $1,000 worth of tokens, your turnover for bonuses should go up by $1,000. That just makes sense, right?
Yeah, not exactly. And honestly, if you're aiming for those big bonuses, this might be the single most important detail in the entire contract for you to grasp.
This chart tells the whole story. Let's use the contract's own example. A $1,000 sale from a client who is 5 levels deep in your network does not add $1,000 to your turnover. Nope, it adds just $50. Only 5% of that sale actually counts towards your bonus target. You can see how that completely changes the game for hitting those big numbers.
So why only 5%? Well, this table explains everything. The slice of a sale that counts toward your turnover is weighted. It depends entirely on how close that client is to you. Your own personal sales, they count 100%. Makes sense. Sales from your direct level 1 clients count for 80%. But as you get deeper, that percentage plummets all the way down to just 5% for levels 5 through 8. The system is designed to heavily reward sales that you make personally.
Okay, so we've covered how you get paid, but a contract is a two-way street. What does the company actually expect from you? Let's look at your duties.
So the contract lists out your duties. You have to keep your subscription active, find new clients, consult with them, standard stuff. But then you get to section 5.2.7. And there's this. It is your contractual duty to, and I'm quoting, attract and train new real estate agents. So let's be clear. This isn't just about selling. The contract explicitly says part of your job is to recruit other agents into the system.
Finally, let's talk about what you can't do. There's a non-compete clause, but it's conditional. Before you hit $100,000 in that special calculated turnover we talked about, there are no restrictions mentioned. You're fine. But the moment you cross that line, the contract says you can no longer publicly promote competing investment companies. Breaking this rule doesn't mean you're automatically out, but it says it could negatively affect your relationship with leadership. Whew. Okay, that was a lot. So after digging through all of that, what are the biggest things you need to walk away with? Let's just boil it down. First, you have to pay to play. That subscription is non-negotiable. Second, you earn from 2 different commission streams that go deep into your network. Third, remember that turnover twist. Bonuses are all about your personal sales. Fourth, a core part of your job, written in the contract, is to recruit and train other agents. And finally, once you're successful enough to hit $100K in turnover, a non-compete clause kicks in. And that really brings us to the final question, the one for you to think about. We've pulled back the curtain and seen all the mechanics, the commissions, the weighted turnover, the duty to recruit. Now that you've seen how it all works, does this model fit your definition of what an agent is? Thanks for joining us for this explainer.